You're right over there, Chris.
Watch out for Fanny.
Alright. And this is Real Honesty with Jonn Ritland and
The Terminator.
Money in the... Sweet Jesus, this pay-per-view is weird and not very good. I'm sorry we're yelling, but we're working out some technical issues.
Well, I was having some issues with the new microphones I wanted to use, but I think I need some extra devices on there. One I might already have, but we'll have to find out.
It's important to always have your device ready.
Mm-hmm.
So, this was an odd one. Mm-hmm. The main event was good.
Mm-hmm.
Everything else was kind of shit. Mm-hmm. So, let's just start off. Nothing really noteworthy on the kickoff, though Charlie looked great.
Yes.
The Bludgeon Brothers defeated Gallows and Anderson, and that happened.
Yes, it did.
Yeah, and that
It was actually a good match, though, when you look at it. It was... I mean, yes, we knew the Bludgeon Brothers were going to win, but the fact that Gallows and Anderson got some decent offense in, and that it didn't turn into a...
squash.
Yeah, which was a good thing, especially for Gallows and Anderson, who have gotten the shit handed to them.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It was a typical kickoff match. It wasn't horrible, but it wasn't great.
Yeah.
They ran down the card, good high packages, it was good stuff. And then Daniel Bryan versus Big Cass kicks off the pay-per-view, and this was better than their match at Backlash, but that's not saying much, because that match was shit. Cass still isn't very good. People say
Big Cass was training with Drew Gulak, and, well, that didn't turn out well for Big Cass.
It did not. It was Big Cass, they really should send him down.
I think it was Corey Graves who said that, just a couple days of training won't make up for this.
Well, to be fair, I mean, after some of the shit that Corey cheered for or whatever, I'm kind of glad he's not wrestling anymore. So,
it's his job.
And he's beat. Seriously, it's like Vince.
If someone pays you tens of thousands of dollars to say things you don't agree with, would you do it?
I don't work for Trump.
Okay. Would you do it if you worked for Vince?
No.
So you'd be out of a job?
I would rather work for a company that doesn't make me say stupid shit all the time.
Good luck with that.
Yeah, I already have a job that pays me to say stupid shit.
Yes.
So anyway, no. Oh, and by the way, I do want to say on the kickoff, by the way, Booker took a shot at Punk. You know what? I'm glad you weren't world champion 03, Booker. I'm really glad.
In fairness, the comparison was that UFC and WWE don't mix well. And that was the point he was trying to make.
That is true, but
his point was about Ronda Rousey.
This is true, but English and Booker don't work well either.
Do you almost say don't speak well?
Don't speak well is what I almost said, because I almost English that good.
You almost bookered.
Yes. But Bryan and Cass...
King Booker! I think the crowd was chanting that. That was why he stood up and was like...
That actually would make sense. Bryan versus Cass was not very good. It was better than their Backlash match, but Cass...
It's not a high bar.
Send him down to develop...
Or an arm bar.
Hold number 1, arm bar. Bryan, you know what? I'm sorry that you had to feud with Cass. Just leave and go to All In. Just leave. Leave when your contract's up and go to All In. Vince ain't gonna use you right. He's gonna re-sign you. He's gonna do what he did with Punk. He's gonna keep you under his thumb for 3 years. Do what you do for your family, but if you want to go to All In, please, you would do the wrestling, the real world of wrestling.
Do what is right to you.
There, that's true. Do what's right to you. Do what's right to Brie.
What we think may not be what you believe. And you may know things that'll be happening here pretty soon that we don't.
True. Hopefully this is...
I see it too in the future!
Oh yeah, right. Gotcha. I cannot see into the future though. Bryan at least beat Big Cass, so send his stupid, talentless Trump supporting ass down to developmental or the unemployment line. I don't care. Seriously, he's horrible. He's horrible.
He could use some time to develop a character of his own other than Big Casshole.
Yeah. And then we had Owens and New Day with the pancakes thing. Mm-hmm. And Owens saying he didn't like pancakes or the New Day cereal. That was kind of funny. Of course, at the time, I think you were dealing with something else, so you didn't really see that, but it was alright.
I did see some of it.
And then we had Lashley and Sami Zayn, and
God, that match actually happened!
Yeah, they were booing Lashley and cheering Zayn, which that happens in a Chicago crowd. This feud is shit.
Yeah.
Absolute shit.
It is. You don't use Stolen Valor as a plot line.
True. And here's my thing about it. Zayn, whenever your contract's up, Japan will love you. Mm-hmm. Lashley, I'm sorry that Vince is still holding a grudge because you rightfully left in '08 because Michael Hayes is a goddamn motherfucking racist that should not be employed anymore. And I'd tell him that to his motherfucking drunk ass face if I could. Moving on.
Yes.
It was not a very good match.
No.
And Lashley beat him easily. I'm sorry that Zayn had to do that. They should have done a double turn here. Or maybe at Extreme Rules. Something. Because Zayn is an effective heel-ish, but he's being given horrible material.
Yeah, he is.
And why?
Because WWE has horrible material.
They do. That's why Kevin Dunn should be sacrificed or just thrown in a volcano anyway.
He will be the sacrifice. For the gods demand a virgin.
Yeah, that was a good point. I can't imagine anybody. He'd have to pay people hundreds of thousands of dollars to have sex with him. People!
Listen, the only beaver he's seen is him.
Elias, hugely over. We
Oh,
are
yes.
scumbags. We are scumbags.
Chicago, you smarky marks.
And Elias versus Rollins is very good.
Yes.
Very good match, well paced. Good focus on the neck. And Seth's selling the
And
knee.
golly gee, Seth Rollins hurt his knee again.
Right?
Fancy that!
And it was good stuff. I actually thought Elias was going to win when he did that sequence, like into the post, into the
He should have
stairs.
won that one.
He should have, actually. I mean, at that point, if you're going to pull a trigger on a quick change, why not? Maybe say pull a trigger in Chicago isn't the best idea.
I mean, he finished that off with a Macho Man Randy Savage elbow drop.
Yeah, and that was really
He
really
is the
good.
musical macho.
Yes. Yeah, he's Elias is what Honky Tonk Man was if Honky Tonk was human and not a pile of shit like he is, and I'd tell him that to his fat fucking face if I could. Never liked Honky Tonk Man. Fuck that guy. Anyway.
Yes.
Good performance by Elias, and Seth had to hold the tights. So this feud will continue. They will have a guitar on a pole match at Extreme Rules.
Oh, God damn it.
You know they're going to. You know they're going to.
Damn you, Vince Russo!
Vince Russo.
Damn you!
And then we had the women's Money in the Bank match, where I actually thought was going to open the show. But we had Sasha, Lana, Naomi, Becky, Ember, Natty, Charlotte, and Alexa.
Yes.
And it was spot heavy, of course. You're going to have that in there. At least we didn't have Ellsworth involved in this match. And I'm going to get to that soon, Vince. I wish he'd gone to jail.
Save it.
Save it. Let's get back to this match. What do you think of the women's match?
The women's Money in the Bank was pretty good.
Yeah.
Everyone got their time.
Yeah.
I was surprised that Alexa claimed it, not Ember Moon.
I had Ember winning also. I actually thought, if you're going to give it to somebody new-ish, why not?
Because despite the fact that I appreciate the twist later on, we'll get to that part, the fact that Ember Moon... I mean, the Money in the Bank should be used to elevate talent that's been undercut or currently undercard that you want to elevate to the main card.
Right.
That's the point of the Money in the Bank. It's not to give for your top talent another top run.
Right.
And I'll sound a little hypocritical later, considering the men's Money in the Bank. But Ember Moon should have won this one.
Ember, I mean, I would have even been happy
Because
if...
now the Money in the Bank is now a close plot line.
True. I would have been happy with Becky winning.
Yeah.
I think Becky could have won.
That was weird.
I think Becky could have won.
Yeah.
And I think it would have been nice. Yeah, I think it would have been pretty cool. But Alexa winning, we will get to the twist a little later. The twist of bliss, if you will.
Yes.
It was certainly not a bad match. It was an odd finish. And I was crapping on it first. We'll get to that. Then Reigns versus Jinder. Vince, I wish you had gone to fucking jail in the 90s for this. You goddamn motherfucking old-ass embarrassment, you piece of shit. You deserve every bit of vitriol that you get. Go ahead.
So let's strip away the personalities that are involved in this match. And what do we have? We have a mediocre wrestling match. We have something that would belong on the lower mid-card. Something you'd see on the kickoff. This was how inadequate this match was. Roman Reigns is a great wrestler. He is.
Yeah.
He's a bit of a charisma vacuum when he opens his mouth. Jinder Mahal, I have such disdain for as a character. But this match, when you include the personalities, when you include the history involved with the two of them, Vince was betting on one of them getting over, and the one that got over was Sunil.
Good job, Vince. Good job. You deserve to lose talent because of this. You stupid old man.
I'm glad this match didn't go longer than it did.
It went on too long, though.
I know. But you know they could have gone longer.
Yeah, CM Punk. NXT, boring chants. Rusev Day, this is awful. The fans should have been allowed to throw
fans-
batteries at the ring.
And I think that's also why they put Roman Reigns, because they knew they had to book Roman Reigns onto a pay-per-view. But they knew it was going to be in Chicago. And what do they expect in Chicago? They expect the smarkiest marks of the Smarkosaurus punch. They knew this was going to be a hated match. This was the piss break match, and they absolutely knew it, which is why they booked Roman versus Jinder. If they're going to take the piss, they'll allow you to take the piss as well.
I actually would have been happy if fans had thrown their chairs in the ring at this.
But you know what? It's going to be a footnote.
No, this is going to continue. They're going to have that 6-man match that I talked about, Extreme Rules. It's going to be, watch the rumors. It's going to be Reigns, Lashley, and Braun versus Owens, Zayn, and Jinder. Exactly. It was complete bullshit. How Jinder is an example of the wellness policy being selective when it comes to testing people, because there's no way that's legit.
It's too legit.
Too legit to quit. Yeah, quit the roids. This was shit, and this actually made me embarrassed. The next match really made me embarrassed to be a goddamn wrestling fan. Carmella versus Asuka for the SmackDown Live Women's Title.
And the return
Of
the Chinless Wonder.
Why, Ellsworth, were you helping Carmella at the end of that match?
When-
Why would you do such a thing when she treated you like a literal dog?
Asuka, go back to Japan. Just go back to Japan. Go back to Japan. This set women's wrestling back 5 years.
Yeah.
No, this did. Carmella's a fucking and look, she's a nice person. I'm sorry. Her character is what it is. She is a rotten wrestler in the ring. I could get people off the streets that wrestle better than her, which is kind of funny, getting people off the streets, but I'm not going to make that comment about Carmella, because I'm sure she actually is a nice person. This was embarrassing. Asuka, and I'm sorry, if you're going to say that Asuka shoved down people's throats, but you're going to cheer Roman Reigns, fuck you! And you know who you are. If you happen to watch this, fuck you.
Breathe.
So, Carmella, I actually was hoping that that something bad was going to happen, because she is rotten. She is goddamn rotten, and this is the worst women's champion currently. This is worse than Shayna Baszler. Seriously, this is worse. Carmella actually makes me want to eat glass rather than watch her stupid cut ass on TV. Go ahead. Asuka should just quit. Asuka, just fucking leave. If your contract's up in a few months, just go back to Stardom. Seriously, you can't be booked any worse. Oh, she'll be
Much like the face and heel dynamic, you've got the smucks and the mocks, and you've got the tweeners who tend to mock out on things.
Yeah.
Yes, it's bad. It's not that bad. It's not somehow they brought Eva Marie back and made her champion bad.
Yeah, well, you know what? That cunt deserved to just stay on her knees where she belonged, okay? I'm sorry! Eva Marie defended the business, but she doesn't deserve to ever be in wrestling. Carmella's an embarrassment.
No.
So, moving on. Styles versus Nakamura. It was the best match of their feud. That's not saying much, and here's why it gets a bit of a
They're
downgrade.
best of their WWE feud.
Yeah, the best of WWE. Oh, no, this doesn't even come close to Wrestle Kingdom 10. Because Vince can't have wrestling, because he has to have sports entertainment. You roided up mental freak.
Sports entertainment.
Speaking of taint, so many ball shots in this goddamn thing.
3.
Is it 3?
I only
Kind
think
of
it
more.
3.
Wait, no, those I felt dick punches in the last 2 matches. There was weapon usage. The table spot in the corner is pretty cool.
And hey, no EC dub chance.
Well, yeah, I mean, because Chicago has a brain.
Yesterday.
Okay, those. Well, yeah, that's a good point. Forgot. Yeah, you know what, Chicago, you get a bit of it.
This pay-per-view was so bad it almost made him forget about TakeOver.
Yeah, TakeOver was great, by the way. How can NXT be so good, yet the main roster can be so shit? Why isn't Kevin Dunn dead yet? Seriously, why isn't he
Because
dead?
you have 5 hours to book instead of 3, and you have a rotating creative staff, and then 2 shows that intersect into 1. So, you slap together a couple good things, and you end up getting a shit thing. It's like combining a turkey club sandwich topped with bacon, and then you put ice cream in the middle. Both are good on their own, not so much together.
True. I did like the weapon usage. Styles won.
Yes.
Shinsuke, come back home to New Japan. Just do it. Just fucking... When your contract's up in 2019, just go.
Mm-hmm.
Just go.
I know he still wants to face Daniel Bryan, so.
Yeah, good luck. They ain't gonna do that. Daniel Bryan made Bolt. What Daniel Bryan bolts? What are they gonna do then? There's a... I'm sorry, it just... This pay-per-view kind of broke me. Because it should have been easy to book. It wasn't gonna be great. But seriously...
No, it could have been great.
It wasn't gonna be great with some of the matches, but it could have been great if they booked something better.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying book it the way the fans... It just...
They gave us some of the unexpected later on, though.
They did. Look, just go back. Bottom line is Nakamura does not deserve another title shot. Go back to Japan in 2019. Because it's where you belong, because Vince hates people he doesn't create, because Vince should retire. You know what? CM Punk said it best. I'm just going to say it. Vince, this company may be better off when Vince McMahon is dead. But unfortunately, it won't be. That means Stephanie's going to be in charge.
Or Trips.
Stephanie is still going to be in charge.
Or Trips.
He may do some good things, but that stupid rotten cunt is still going to be in charge.
Because I think this may actually have been due to CM Punk that Triple H has changed his attitude. Because after that you started seeing more indie stars come in.
That's a good
You
point.
started seeing more people that weren't Triple H's height and size getting the pushes.
Yeah, just go back to Japan, Shinsuke. Ronda versus Nia. By the way, Derb won these predictions 6-5. So yeah, it happened. There was some impressive strength by Ronda. She got a decent match out of Nia, which is not easy to do. And I'm sorry, it's not that Nia's bad. She's just not that good.
Nia had to focus to avoid hurting Ronda because Ronda's still green in the wrestling scene. Ronda did her damnedest. Her shoe came untied near the end of the match.
Yeah, it was kind of fun.
And then just as Nia Jax was struggling to escape the armbar, as Ronda was getting ready to pull back, what happens? But Alexa Bliss comes out and hits Ronda with the Money in the Bank, hits Nia with Money Bank, and then just starts wailing on the both of them with that briefcase.
And knocks.
And after getting Ronda knocked out, which took more than one hit, so there's that. She attacked Nia, cashed in her Money in the Bank at the same night. So she's one of, 3 people?
She's the third.
Yeah.
Kane
She's
and
one of
Ambrose.
3 people to cash it in on the same night and win the championship.
So, here's my problem though. Now, I mean, it was a great pop moment, but here's the thing though. You've undone all the booking that you did with Nia the past few months. You've gone right back to where it was at the beginning of the year. You didn't need to give Alexa the briefcase. It was a good pop moment. It was a good pop.
But here's another problem, too.
Okay.
Now that the Money in the Bank has been cashed in, that plot line is now closed. You can't use that as a tool. You can't use that as a weapon to build more suspense, more intrigue into each championship match, because holding the Money in the Bank briefcase over somebody's head is a great way to build tension on when will they cash in. The fact that you did it the same night should be done sparingly, and I don't know if this was the right time and the right person to do that with.
It was a nice pop, but once that wore off, it's like, okay.
Yeah. I believe they refer to that as hot shotting.
They have, and I believe Cornette has referred to that. And Cornette's referred to a lot of things. So yeah, that happened.
Yeah.
Alexa cashing in successfully, okay, but now you've undone so many things that you could have done with the Money in the Bank,
Yep.
like you said. Then we get to the men's Money in the Bank. Rude, Braun, Balor, Miz, Joe, Rusev, Owens, and Kofi, the member of the New Day. This was something else.
Oh yeah, with Xavier Woods coming up, taking off his jacket, getting ready to head out, and then he rips open his shirt and there's Kofi written on his chest.
And that was pretty cool. Aiden did Troll, of course, Chicago with his punk-like gear.
Oh god, yeah. On the back it had Rusev and then had that whole CM Punk stars set up. And I believe that's because that's the Chicago flag.
I think so.
But it felt more like a rip at CM Punk. CM Punk was actually mentioned twice, it seems. Booker T mentioned CM Punk, and I think Aiden was ripping on him.
Probably.
But, and that's probably because now that the case is over, they can't be accused of witness tampering. Or trying to sway the jury.
Yeah, but, they're being petty because that's what it is. And I'm not saying that I agree with everything Punk did.
You know what? Fuck it.
True.
He's done with WWE. If WWE wants to rib on him, it's fine.
shows pettiness, but when has Vince ever shown himself to be petty?
Yeah, that one time he wrestled God.
Yeah. Come back, God! Owens took a hell of a Shane McMahon-like dive off that ladder.
God damn.
Man, Braun getting buried twice under ladders.
Yeah.
And then coming back.
We're gonna do to you what creative won't.
And there was plenty of good stuff. Miz trying to sneak his way, to the Money in the Bank briefcase multiple times. Then Braun's coming back to the ring, and then Miz just looking frightened as hell.
I'm sorry!
Joe had a good showing.
Yes.
Rusev had a good showing.
Yeah. Oh, goddamn, with the triple accolade.
Yeah. You know what? I remember imagining that, unless it was that dream I just had. About what? Do you want to know more?
Rusev grappling 3 half-naked men?
I just meant 4 men, like, on top of each other in the ring. Do you want me to keep going on? Probably not a good idea.
You're the buddy.
I think I took it too many hits to the head? Or I'm tired. Probably tired. Yeah, but that was a triple accolade or something else. And then Joe attacking him.
Yeah.
And, of course, the main him from behind, as a tradition. Rude. Forgot Rude was in there.
God damn, that's weird, isn't it?
So bad. Probably Rude. Bob Rude. Bob Rude is so good. Braun won.
Yes, Braun climbed the ladder. After having Kofi on his back and Finn Balor attacking him from the front. Managed to knock all of them away, managed to climb back up the ladder.
Kofi
claim the Money in the Bank.
Kofi took a hell of a throw from top of that ladder, though.
Yeah. Kevin Owens had it harder, though.
Yeah. Oh, no, he did. But Braun is Money in the Bank. Now, is this going to happen?
Just say Kevin Owens had to deal with a lot of wood.
Xavier wasn't out there.
Probably.
Okay. But Braun, is he going to cash in his slam? What's going to happen? Because we need to get the title off Brock. And look, Braun's the briefcase holder. Somebody deserving, not Roman.
Exactly.
They're going to put Roman versus Brock at SummerSlam, aren't they?
Yeah.
Why won't Vince listen to us?
And then Braun will cash in.
Okay. Braun will cash in, and then Reigns can never sniff the main event again, hopefully, because he doesn't deserve to. Because this is a 4-year failure.
Until he changes up his character.
Even then, I don't
He'll make it. If they change his character right, he'll do it.
You got more faith than I do, because this is a 4-year failed experiment. It has been.
Yes.
Anyway.
I'm never gonna like The Miz. No.
To be fair, I did say I wasn't going to like the Miz. So.
Yeah. Me neither.
Right.
I hated The Miz.
Yeah. But by God, hasn't he won people over?
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, C. That main event was really the only reason.
It's impressive that Jonn has given it a C, and I will give that as well.
Given how much I ranted, because here's why. That main event did have... No, I'm going to take that back. C-.
Okay.
C- for this reason.
Still fair.
Carmella's the biggest C out of everybody. Including whoever was on creative. And Road Dogg, if it was your idea to have Carmella retain, you deserve to be fired.
Man, I can't believe you'd say that when Stephanie McMahon rushed the company.
That Stephanie wasn't on the pay-per-view. Otherwise, the entire cunt vacuum would have sucked everybody in. And yeah, if I say the word cunt and it bothers you, don't watch the review then. Or talk to me about saying the word cunt. And I'll still say it.
Anyway.
So C for you?
I will give it a C.
Yeah, it's weird. I hope that this does better things going on for now. Because you need to, WWE. You fucked over the women pretty damn hard. Anyway. So agree, disagree? Like, share, comment, subscribe. Twitter link, thumbnail for that guy.
Hey.
In the description. Spend real honesty with Jonn Ritland, an angry wrestling fan. Gonna go watch some New Japan after this. That is.
The Turbinator.
We will be back tomorrow, right?
Yes.
Okay. We will see you on the flip over side.